Senator John Barrasso here, and Senator, thanks so much for your time. First off, tell us about Delane Roberts and why it was important for you to make the trip over to Star Valley for the services today.
Well, he was a great friend for many, many years. But we really bonded so closely together in the Wyoming State Senate. He sat in the desk directly ahead of me, and we worked closely on so many issues. And he was somebody I always looked up to. You know, he was always a mature, experienced, really respected voice in the Senate, and he never steered you wrong. You know, he told you the way it was because of his experience in Wyoming in terms of law enforcement, and then, of course, as U.S. Marshal. So it was always a privilege to be with him, to learn from him. He was a mentor, not just to me, but to so many, even governors. When you look at the services today, there were 2 governors attended today, one Republican, one Democrat, which tells you how much of an impact he had for the people of the state of Wyoming, but how he was a friend of both sides of the aisle. Of course, he was Republican. He was partisan, as his daughter Marianne said at the services, but he never let partisanship get in the way of progress for Wyoming and for the people of Wyoming in the state that he loved.
As you look back at Delane's his life and his service, what are some of the major contributions that you think he left to the state of Wyoming?
Well, I think he left a legacy of leadership, something that we can look up to, we can hold up as a way to try to live our own lives. You know, Governor Meade referred to him sort of as the John Wayne character, and I always thought of him more as Ronald Reagan. But either way, it's pretty darn good. And because Ronald Reagan actually appointed him U.S. Marshal many years ago, and I think that was something that Delane was very, very proud of. But like Ronald Reagan, you know, he had the same things: strong, optimistic, and a great sense of humor. And they even talked about his humor at the funeral. But I think of Delane, I think of somebody with great courage, an incredible character, and then a credibility that when he said something, it really mattered and it was important. So, you know, so many people gathered to celebrate his life. And, you know, we did it with a great deal of appreciation and admiration and respect for the entire Roberts family.
For those that maybe didn't get to know him personally, how would you describe Delane and his character?
Well, it was really a character of leadership, of all that is good about America. He was always optimistic, always looking to the future, looking on the bright side and the good side, but realistic as well. And, you know, the thing that I always enjoyed so much was his relationship with his wife. At the state legislature, they were always together, and they were partners in life. And, you know, when I was with both of them this past August, and here for the parade, go to the parade every year, and with Delane in the front seat of the vehicle and me in the back. But Nelda's always on the side of the road, waving to us, sitting in the folding chairs with the kids, kicking up the candy. And this year she wasn't able to make it because she was in the hospital. And we took the parade to her afterwards. We went up to see her, and she was clearly at rest, at peace. And it wasn't that long after that we lost her, and now Delane is with her in heaven. They are together again, and I think he's where he wants to be with the love of his life.
Senator, thanks so much for your time. Anything else about Delane you'd like to mention? You bet.